Previously on RainMan.
He says one hated states that those who have sexual intercourse with their hands will find their hands pregnant in the afterlife, complaining against them to God over its rights.
I'm worried now going to heaven.
Khan responds to the caller. While Han says that masturbation is a sin and quotes the text as evidence for why this is historically so, he admits that the topic is a controversial one with many varying opinions. He also has an upload. He uploaded some kind of video to his Twitter.
Really?
Yes.
You gotta be kidding, right? Like, how does your day-to-day reality work?
Yeah, they're extremists. You just said it. I mean, it doesn't matter what side you're on. They're extremists to the point that they're crazy.
Imagine what we believed 100 years ago with religion. And
it was crazy
beliefs.
then.
Yeah, but we were more naive. The world was smaller. It's feasible to understand a different time 100 years ago.
I'm saying, if you have the ability to upload to YouTube or Twitter, yet you
that's all by means of Allah, though. That's magic. That's not technology, Thomas. That's Allah.
How do you have a Twitter?
Oh, Kim's hot.
Kim's
hot. Oh, she's all fake. She has a fake ass and fake boobs. She's not a real woman. And the same people who complain about plastic surgery and that Kim is fake, how do you think Caitlyn Jenner was made?
Yeah.
Do you think they rebirthed her?
The vat that he jumped into and comes out as a
Hey guys,
Caitlyn.
I have no penis now. And I have boobs. Ta-da! It's not Bruce Jenner I have a problem with. It's
the hypocrisy of people.
And the hypocrisy of society is what is so obnoxious. His lawyer does look like a piece of shit, though. He has a lawyer next to him. He looks like a swarmy guy, kind of like he's only there for the money.
He's there for the money.
But he's there for support. He's there. Like, every time Tracy's about to cry, the lawyer will grab, will reach over and he'll, touch pat him on his, knee, like he loves him.
Don't say anything.
Yeah, don't say nothing.
Yeah.
I need my check. He's all, I pray to God I thank God every day for you not being the one dead. You're my meal ticket, Tracy.
Good God.
You're my meal ticket. Dear God, I am Tracy Morgan's lawyer, just in case you didn't know that, because I don't know if you can see me through my roof right now, but I just want to thank you for allowing Tracy not to die, because without him, I have no meal ticket. Benedict Morelli. He's like a mafia lawyer. That's his name.
He looks like a mafia lawyer.
Yeah.
If Tracy was the one that died, he would have to go back to running numbers, I bet. Dude, Matt Lauer is stone-faced. I'm going to win a fucking Emmy for this. That's his face right now.
He's like the guy came out of a coma and the first thing he learns his best friend died. Oh my God, this is Emmy Gold!
You have Benedict Morelli praying to God that, thanking him that Tracy Morgan's not the one that died. Then you have Matt Lauer praying that he gets the interview, not Barbara Walters.
I feel so good, I feel so numb.
And now, from the Cave of Wonders and recorded live in the presence of gods, welcome to the RainMan Show.
Fucking peanut butter and jealous. Fucking hate us because they ain't. Yeah, mud bat, acrobat, I'm in that drown. But everybody's slipping, everybody's surviving. Radio talk show, try to protect. But everything you need.
Good evening, everybody. This is the RainMan Show. We're back. Another live broadcast. Another live-to-tape broadcast, I should say. Everybody looked at me like, oh my God, we're live?
That'd make the show different, that's for certain.
I know. No pausing, no F-ups.
Well, there'd still be both.
No racist tirades by Kaylee that I always have to cut every show.
You know it.
The stuff you say is abysmal.
OG.
So I went to go see Jurassic World, not Jurassic Park, Jurassic World. Yesterday for a screening, and the highlight of my night that I got to sit next to Young MC. That was my highlight.
So you wish it had been Jurassic
Don't just
Park.
stand there, bust a move.
Yeah, so stupid. I tweeted that out, and you don't know how many tweets I got that. I got that exact comment.
Bust a move.
Yeah, don't just stand there, bust a move. I'm like, predictable America.
You're standing up the wall like a Poindexter?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Go ahead, keep singing, Tony.
No. I had to look up the lyrics.
Go ahead. Go ahead, we'll pause. But yeah, Young MC was there. He is a gentleman. You know what? You forget that even though this guy probably has lots of wealth, I mean, still, he hasn't done anything relevant in, I don't know, 20 years. However, his song was used in every single movie for about 15 years, which that's a paycheck. Every single time his song was used. And he was so effing friendly. I didn't know who he was until Andrew Spindler, the little lengthy guy who cackles all the time.
He knew.
I had to tell him to keep down because he kept making jokes.
You had to settle him down.
Well, the whole entire experience of a screening, it's horrible, man. I didn't want to go anymore. Well, it's fun, but for a movie like that, it's at the IMAX theater, so IMAX seating is very uncomfortable.
Oh, you were at that like straight up vertical one? Yeah.
I was already very upset and on edge because everybody knows that I don't like to be touched, and everyone's touching. And then the ushers that run the theater don't know what they're doing. They say, "Hey, press is all the top 2 rows where the tape's at." I'm like, "Great, sweet." And I go in. I never buy food, but I was starving, so I had food in my hands and my notebook.
Right.
And I'm trying to walk up the steps, and then I sit down with my stupid shorts because I decided this summer that I was going to finally wear shorts because I don't wear shorts.
No, I don't either, dude.
I'm like, but I said, you know what? It is hot outside.
You regret it.
And after 20 years of not wearing shorts, I bought some shorts, so I'm going to wear them. I'm going to strut my legs. And they were too big because they're falling off me. So my ass was literally hanging out. Okay, so
hallmark of a professional.
Yeah, so my ass is hanging out. Luckily, I waxed my ass hair, so it was nothing there, thankfully, because that would be embarrassing. Kaylee had to, witness to that. And I'm walking up the steps, so I finally sit down with my ass literally hanging out. I sit down, and then right when I sit down and get comfortable, the usher walks in, who just told us where to sit, says, "Oh, you know what? Not this section. This is the other tape section." I'm like, "Well, you said the top 2 rows that are taped." "Oh, yeah. But you see this tape right here within the 2 rows that are taped? This is reserved as well." So you have a taped off section within a taped off section, and you never said anything. You see, I'm walking here.
Okay.
With a bunch of I'm juggling soda and a pretzel. And a notebook.
Cheese?
And cheese. Yes, thank you.
And your
cheese.
shorts are falling off.
And my shorts are falling off. And this guy waits for me to sit down. He's like, "Excuse me, sir." And he's petrified too. So I'm like, I thought I did something. He's like, "Sir, this section's reserved." I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "Yeah, for press, right?" "Yeah, press, but the other press." I'm like, "What's the other press?" "The Harkin family, because it's Harkin's theater." I'm like, "This is reserved for Dan Harkins and his family." I'm like, and he said it like he's scared. So I don't know if Dan like threatens people with guns if they fuck up, because he was terrified. He's like, "You know who Dan Harkin is, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, he's the guy that runs the chain, that owns the chain of theaters in town. I do know."
You should have just said, "Do you know who I am?"
Seriously, it felt like the conversation with the commander in Star Wars and Darth Vader. He's all, "The Emperor, he's coming here."
Yeah.
Like that paranoid face. "We shall double our efforts. Dan Hawkins is coming here."
And he shows up as the Emperor.
So dumb. So I immediately got up. Andrew's helping me out because he sees me struggling with my pants falling off.
It sounds like you're an old man in this story.
Oh, man.
Andrew's helping me out. I can't move. I'm shitting myself.
I can't move. I mean, Andrew literally was like, "Dude, you are the most awkward individual I've ever met." And I'm like, "I'm not." I said, "You know what? I'm not awkward at all, Andrew." I said, "What this is, I hate people, and I don't like, confining areas. And this, if I knew the IMAX theater was going to be that bunched up and that many people, I wouldn't have gone. I would have passed on the screening."
Right.
So to make matters worse, I sit down finally. And Bust a Move walks in, Young MC, and he's a large individual. Like, you don't realize that music video from the 80s, it doesn't do justice. This guy's tall and big, and he's gained a little weight. Not fat, but just a big guy.
Right.
And he walks, he's like, "Hey, are those 2 seats taken?" And I'm like, "Oh, God, please don't sit next to me." Because there's 2 seats left, and he's giant.
Right.
And the big black man's going to crush you.
Yeah, he sits next to me. But he was so polite. He's "You know what? I'm going to do my best to get small," basically. And he said, "I'm going to do my best to be small during the screening." So he sits down, and usually when people sit next to me at theaters, I regret it because they take over your armrest.
Right.
I'm like, "That's my armrest. I was sitting there first."
Dominance. You have to take it first.
I got into an argument with a guy before at another screening last year where I'm like, "This is my armrest," and he's all, "Well, you have that one." I'm like, "I have my soda in this one. This one's for my arms. I was here first." And I don't care. I'm a dick. I get there early. I don't want somebody else to come in and take my armrest. So Young MC sits down, and he doesn't take an armrest, doesn't do anything, sits there, puts his legs, it doesn't cross a leg, sits very uncomfortable, but you can tell he's trying his best to get small, as he said. And he sat there without moving. "I love you." Not because he's entitled to do whatever he wants, but the fact that he was respectful, that he got there late.
Yeah.
and that he knew that he was kind of intruding in a personal space. He gets it. He gets it. I was like, I like you. I hope he has a resurgence of fame. I really do. To make matters worse, the movie, which I do have a review that should be out by tomorrow on Jurassic Park. I mean,
don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
I'm not going to spoil it. Meaning, review. No, the reviews. Everyone knows that listen to my reviews. I break down everything. But my theory or my initial thought is, if Chris Pratt was not cast in the movie, it would be a bad movie. And I'm not. And this is coming from someone who is not a Chris Pratt fan. I have not drank the Chris Pratt Kool-Aid, as Thomas knows.
Yeah,
Thomas knows. We've had arguments about this, and because you're a Pratt guy,
I think
like
he's done
him.
a good job. Yeah,
and I've said no. This guy hasn't proved himself. And the saving grace for that movie was Chris Pratt. I mean, he doesn't enter the movie till close to the ending of the first act. If there was a first act, because I can't really tell because there was no script. And I'm not joking. There was literally no writing.
So you don't need script.
No, don't say that, Tony. You're smarter than that. Everybody in this room is smarter than
I know, but
because Ryan wrote that on my Facebook page. Well, dude, Chris Pratt and dinosaurs. That's all I need to know to see this movie.
No.
I'm like, I said, you know what?
Public.
And it sucks. It's not true. Listen, I love action scenes. I love movies like Expendables, where you can easily, arguably say that movie's a shit movie. But there's one thing that Expendables has. It has a cohesive storyline. There's an act structure that makes it watchable. When you go to Jurassic Park and you see Chris Pratt show up, after 25 minutes, the star of the show shows up, and it's dragging. You're like, okay, when's this going to get better? When's it finally he shows up and he fixes the entire movie? Not because he didn't write. Maybe if he wrote it, it would be better too. It's because Chris Pratt is just good. And something about him, as soon as he gets on screen, every scene he's in, he owns it. And he's the only thing that makes that movie worth seeing. And usually I don't say that about an actor. And I'll say that he's the thing that makes a movie worth seeing. Because literally, I love Bryce Howard. I think she's hot. Ron Howard's daughter. Mm-hmm. No way in hell she came from him. There's no way. Her mother cheated. I know it. I love Ron Howard, but come on, we all know he looks like Opie. I mean, his name Opie in what is that show? Dick Van Dyke? Is that what Dick Van Dyke? Yeah, not Dick Van Dyke. Andy Griffith. His name served him well.
Right.
He looks like an Opie.
The red hair wasn't enough.
Right. So Bryce Howard is so hot. And redhead, and she's good. I like her, but they didn't give her anything to do, man. I mean, nothing. So that topped off my shit fest night. I was like, great, it's a good movie. And Andrew is like, seriously, no racist here. Andrew Spindler it's like watching a movie with him is like watching a movie growing up when I used to hang out with nothing but black people growing up. You would go to a movie. My best friend was TJ growing up, black dude. Okay. He is the stereotypical black. Oh shit! He did not just do that.
Don't tell me Andrew said that in the middle.
Andrew is like, oh my god! I can't believe he did that. I'm like, Andrew, dude, there's people here. He's like, oh, the dinosaur. I'm like, Andrew, are you? He knew who Young MC was, and he's like 15 years old. Okay. And then he's like, well, it's like watching, I had flashbacks of my best friend TJ and Marcus. I'm like, am I with TJ and Marcus? Did we have a flashback to 1999? Like, what happened? Yeah, it was good. That was more enjoyable than the movie.
Yeah, that alone is worth the price of admission.
I'm like, thank you for giving me show content today, Andrew, and Young MC. I'm going to send them a formal thank you letter. Another thing, I kept myself busy this last couple days. I know people have been missing the television talk. We haven't been doing it lately. Wayward Pines. Wayward Pines.
Which one is that?
It's the best one on television right now.
All right, then. Thank you for that detailed description.
You would like it, Thomas.
Okay.
You would like it. It's very well done. The only thing that made me scared was M. Night Shyamalan is executive producing it.
Huh?
M. Night, the dude that did...
I know, but...
And we all know M. Night has done nothing but shit for the last 10 years.
Long time, yeah.
I mean, except for the first one, Sixth Sense. Unbreakable was his best, in my opinion. Unbreakable was fantastic.
It was good.
And then the third one was Signs, which was his decline, which was good. It was okay.
I still like Signs.
No, I like it. It was enjoyable. And that's a sort. M. Night makes smart, back in the day, made smart summertime movies. Signs was a summer blockbuster film. Fantastic. Well, a great movie. I wish we would harken back to those times where we can have a script and have good action and have a good story.
And good actors.
And so that movie was good. And then after that, it was a decline. We had The Happening, which was the shitty. Oh my God, nothing could say that. Not even Mark Wahlberg, who's usually great.
Happening? No.
The Happening was miserable.
Nothing happened.
Not
in
even
The
The
Happening.
Nothing. I mean, come on. I like B horror, and it was kind of like the B
Not
horror-ish.
even.
They were trying to go after the whole like Alfred Hitchcock / B-ish feel where the plants were the killers, and I didn't buy it. It was just like, what? It was weird. So that being said, I was very nervous when I found out, because I love Matt Dillon. I've always had a man crush on Matt Dillon. He's very underrated. Him and his brother both are very underrated. And so I was excited. I saw it, but I saw him nice name there, decided to give it a shot, and I did. Talk about old school, like David Lynch type mystery.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's good.
Okay.
It's really good. Dark, creepy, odd, very odd. Very odd story,
Unsettling.
odd characters. Like people are unreal. Like the unreal feeling, like it's like a dream. You know, people are in dreams.
Otherworldly, yeah.
Yeah, it's very.
There's something just off about them.
Yes.
Okay.
It's so good, and it keeps every episode. The only thing is that I see an expiration date on a show like this, meaning every episode. I'm on episode 5. Every single episode manages to throw you through a hoop. I can't believe that just happened. A good what?
Okay.
Every single episode. And usually you only do that in the first episode, the pilot to end the season finale, something to kind of bring you back.
Right.
They're doing it every single episode, and I don't see it. I can't see them doing it every. How can you do it? How can you throw you through a hoop every single episode? However, Vaughn Gray, one of the reviewers on this network, sent me a message. Say, dude, if you like Wayward Pines, just wait till you see what happens next. He said, I guess he read the novels. They're based on books. Oh. And he says it gets more ludicrous and crazy in a good way. So I'm like, good. So I'm looking for that. Everyone should check that out. Wayward Pines. And I'm actually probably going to, because I'm such a big fan of that show now, I'm probably going to go after the production side of things and get some interviews with those people, because I won't get Matt Dillon. He's too big. But
what channel is that on?
Fox. Talk about a horrible job. This is what's a problem with the networks today. They don't promote shit. I had no idea. I watch television all the time. Uh-huh. You know who told me about Wayward Pines of all people? My older brother, who has the worst taste in television. He sent me a message, hey, but he Matt Dillon, the guy from Something About Mary, the douchebag? And I'm like, yeah, he's awesome. Like, not that it's a good show, just like, yeah, check it out, you might like it. So I watch it and was kind of hesitant. But I heard about it from him and because of Hulu. I watch Hulu a lot. And they say, check out Wayward Pines.
The promo on
There's
this?
No, it's supposed to be on
I've
Fox.
never heard of it.
But that's the problem with summertime television. That's a problem with a lot of television. But specifically the summertime, you release a show without promoting and you expect it to do well. Hey guys, not trying to reinvent the wheel here for you guys.
Right.
I know you guys have been doing this for like 100 years here, but chances are you might want to market your show, especially if you have an A-list celebrities. You have Matt Dillon, Carla Gugino, I think is her name, that one of the hottest women ever. I mean, she's hot, Tony, right? Mm-hmm. God, she is absolutely. Yes, I'm gonna get creepy. She is absolutely phenomenally gorgeous. One of the most bestest chicks in Hollywood. And also Terrence Howard, brilliant. I love Terrence Howard. It just has a great cast. Really good cast.
Terrence Howard is a jerk, though, in person, I'll tell you what.
Really? His small penis, too, Caitlin. I know that. I know that because I watched that movie with 50 Cent in it. I guess he was nude, and he had a decent-sized penis. Yes, I'm judging penises.
These are the things you take note of.
Yeah. I'm a reviewer of all things. If you're going to listen, he shows his penis. I guess he gets in a fight with 50 Cent in a movie, naked in the shower in a prison scene. And 50 Cent, big old hog, goes like a fucking elephant trunk, knocking him. I mean, I think that was knocking him out.
Christ.
That was knocking him out more than Terrence Howard was in that fight
scene. It was
scene.
a Billy Club.
Daredevil's Billy Club. So he was like hitting it around, and then Terrence Howard's right next to him.
Like
and he's like, ding, ding, ding. All you hear is a for 50 Cent, and you hear a ding, 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 ding for Terrence Howard. I'm like, God, man, that sucks. Why can't I be born black? I mean, shit. Yeah. Hey, never mind. We're not gonna get into this.
What?
I'm not gonna get into it today. Not gonna get into it. Okay, another show, because I'm on a rampage with TV shows. Aquarius.
Okay.
With David Duchovny.
Yeah. I'm
not going to get into it too much, but I think people should probably check that out. I'm probably going to go after them as well for interviews. David Duchovny's fantastic in it. He's the saving grace of that show. It's a little bit on the nose at times because it's dealing with the 60s. They promoted it as a Charles Manson saga. and it's not really about him. He's in it as like a co-star, and it's like his story side by side, other people's stories, and they all interconnect somehow. But David Duchovny's a cop in the 60s where everyone's not PC. They call people spics, Negroes. They actually say the N-word too.
Like today.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of relevant because this show was planned way before what's been happening lately. With all these riots, with all the civil unrest that's been happening of recent time, and it's kind of like they got lucky. Good for them. Yeah. Sarah Gamble, the show producer, probably looked into her Magic 8 Ball and
Michael
said,
Flores, since it got promoted,
is racism going to be important again this decade? And it tells her, but
yeah, at least
good.
It got promotion.
They did. Well, because David Duchovny's not going to be in a show that's not promoted. He's too big for that. But but anyways, the show is a little bit on the nose pertaining to like. It's really in your face sexist, really in your face racist. It's trying to prove agendas, social agendas. That's a bit annoying. However, I give it a pass because if this was a show taking place in our time period, I would probably have quit watching it because I felt like I'm being preached to. But because it takes place in the 60s when these things are actually big issues. I mean, the 60s is when all the real activists actually existed. We had the Black Panthers, real feminism. We had the real Mexican civil rights movements. We had all these real people that actually understood social change and the social climate and who actually understood and got it. I'm giving it a pass because it makes sense for that period. You can't do a show in the 60s about LA, Los Angeles cops and not deal with that type of stuff. Anyways, you guys
check
see
that out as well.
Yeah, I like how Thomas is like completely on that. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. Thomas throwing me a bone right now.
But at least it got promoted. I mean, that's 2 shows already for this summer, and very limited promotion for.
Well, and NBC did pretty good with their marketing. They moved Hannibal to Thursdays, which is starring Gillian Anderson this year. Arguably, she's one of the leads now. As for the last 2 years, she's just kind of been a supporting. So they have her and David Duchovny on back to back, and they're taking advantage of the whole X-Files thing big time. I mean, why else? Why are you going to move your shows to Thursday night, David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson back to back?
No reason.
But it's good marketing. At least they're doing something. Yeah. Come on, Fox, learn. Yeah. So my mother sends me a message about. We were talking, me and my mother, and about internet, social media, and she of all people said, "What is this GoFundMe thing? It's ridiculous." And I said, well, what do you mean? What's ridiculous? Like, this is my mom who has nothing to do with entertainment. She's a regular Joe. She has family, friends on Facebook. And she says, all I ever see is every day on my feed popping up, someone's asking for money because they're going through a divorce or their car got repossessed or they can't afford groceries. And I see all these GoFundMe accounts. What is this? I said, Mom, it's exactly what it is. They're asking you for money. And she was baffled by that. She's all, whatever happened to just like, oh, well, I can't afford my car payment. I'm screwed this month. Let me go work some extra hours at work. And I'm like, I know. Yep. Thank you, Mother. Let me bring you onto my show. I mean, a few years ago, for all you old school listeners already know, who listen to Middle Lives, know that I went on a bitch fest all the time about Kickstarter and the nonsense. And I kind of got over it because I saw that there was a purpose for it. And I think if you use it in the right way, it's okay. But with these GoFundMes and you're asking people to pay your bills.
No, that's fucking pathetic.
I mean, come on, man. Go pay either don't pay your bills or go get another job. I mean, that's life.
It saves some time to going to the corner and begging, like the cardboard and just hanging out there asking for money.
I hate panhandling, the people that go on the streets and do that. But I would actually be okay with that. Because at least you're standing in the heat.
You're putting some effort. You're putting effort.
Right. Rather than getting on the internet. I mean, do you go to the library with free internet to do this? The local coffee shop? What are you doing? Because if you can't pay your car payment, but you have money to have the internet and create a GoFundMe account, you better be at a free internet cafe.
They're doing it on their smartphone.
Yeah. Oh, man, if they had a smartphone asking me for money, I'll fucking kill them.
Seeing it happen just the other day.
No, Thomas.
Yep.
No, shut up.
You want to hear the story?
Yes.
I'm just having Starbucks with a friend. We're sitting there. This guy's on his bike, prowling the area is the best word to say it. And he comes up to us at one point, asks for change, so he can get on the bus. And I'm like, you have a bike, dude. Either A,
get the pedaling, bitch.
Either A, you got here via a bike and you need to go back, or B, you should have known not to get on a bus without money because you couldn't make it all the way on your bike. So we tell him we have nothing. which is also true. Later, as he's going around the corner, I see through the windows of the Starbucks building him pull out his phone. It's like an iPhone. I'm like, dude, fuck you.
Are you sure Obama didn't give it to him?
Right, yeah.
Because Obama gives out cell phones. That's why they love him. The poor people, we love Obama. He gives us cell phones.
Or like those stories where the panhandlers, they ask for money and they hop onto their BMW and they drive off or something like that.
Yeah.
Just yesterday, I saw a guy he was listening to headphones while asking for money with a sign. I'm like, okay.
Were they Beats by Dre?
I'm like, no, they weren't. But I'm like, at least you have a minimum. That better be a CD player.
Yeah.
At the very minimum.
No. Yeah,
Today,
very minimum.
I saw him with a cane that he apparently didn't need yesterday.
So now he's trying to milk it a bit more?
Different tactic.
That's funny.
I'm just like, fucking, what the hell,
Let's
dude?
take advantage of the system. Let's go ahead and start our own campaign to get beer money.
Hey.
What the hell?
Hey.
Instead of science says I'm going to drink with this.
Yeah.
Now, here is a crowdfunding that I can get behind. Is Pornhub crowdfunds first porn shot in space. Yeah, I thought Tony might. Yeah, the two perverts in a room might like that.
Bravo. Where do I go?
Well, hold on. I got some audio here.
Come on, hurry up.
Porn has a lot in common with space flight. In both cases, a large blast is crucial to the mission's success. That's terrible.
NASA's doing it wrong.
Yeah.
NASA's doing it wrong.
Plus, the zero gravity aspect of spaceflight can swell the imagination and conjure up all sorts of erotic flights of fancy. Now, Pornhub.com is hoping to thrust itself into the stratosphere by crowdfunding a porno that'll be shot 68 miles above the Earth's surface on a shuttle service like Virgin Galactic. This exploration...
One step for man, another step for mankind.
Yep. This exploration campaign hopes to raise $3.4 million in the next 30 days via Indiegogo.com. If the funding level is reached, Pornhub Vice President Corey Price is shooting for a late 2016 release. If all goes, that would be the most expensive porno in history, correct? Hey, Tony, Google most expensive porno in history.
Will do.
If all goes well, the schedule will include an entire 6 months of training for space travel for our crew and performers before we... How funny would it be if they go up and the shuttle explodes? Price told the Huffington Post by email, we need to know all the participants are sufficiently prepared for the rigors of space age... Coddle.
All right. I have your
How do you
answer.
say that, Thomas?
Hold on, give me a minute.
I have your
Coital?
answer.
Coital. There we go. That's
There we go.
coital activity. Thank you. Look at you.
I have your
Didn't even have
answer.
it up.
Khahid. Jihad Han. Mujahid. Jihad Han. Khahid.
He's a regular C3PO for the show.
I know, right?
Mujahid.
All right. The most expensive porn in
I love how
history.
Kaylee just walked right into my traps.
This is a pretty low budget. I don't know if this is right.
Wait, is 3.3 million is a low budget?
No. The most expensive pornographic film made to date, with a reported budget of $1 million was Pirates.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, it was also one of the number one sellers too, because I remember everybody and his neighbor went and actually bought it. I don't buy porn, and when that came out, almost 10 years
DVD.
ago, I don't buy DVD porn, and I actually went and bought that. And then I had all my buddies and couples, like, can we borrow that? I'm like, all right.
I recommend it.
But dude, borrowing porno is that's a thing that I never had that experience before. And the first thing that entered my mind was like, but is.
Well, can you imagine if they're like up there in space?
Yeah.
And all those
It's
scenes.
going to float around.
Oh yeah, and if you're
Would
crew,
you try to catch it like a seal, Kaylee?
Oh, see, that's what they're going to do in the scene. The women are going to be trying to catch it afterwards.
if I was like crew, I'd be like right away, go, whoa,
Yeah,
whoa.
Crew's gonna get hit on that one.
Yeah. If he misses the first facial, like she can just move around until she catches it. She's just like, oh, there it is.
It'll be like background. It would be like 2001: Space Odyssey. It have like those majestic scenes, and here comes this splooge shot out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, the monolith. And then the Millennium Falcon
Is that
shows
the name
up.
of her stick?
Tony's actually writing it. Are you gonna?
Yeah, I know, right?
Are you gonna petition to direct this one?
Yeah, I will. I will actually honor Stanley Kubrick with by doing my version of 2001. And have like monumental cum shots all over the place with the monolith and then the Millennium Falcon showing up, and the next thing you know, we'll have that ending scene in Star Wars with Chewbacca and Han and
Oh man, you just went way too far.
the
in all
award
this.
ceremony.
All right, we have some audio from here. It's been removed. Anyway, so that's it for that. Kaylee, are you? Let's start with you. Are you an avid porn watcher? Like, would you watch porn? Do you watch porn occasionally?
I have, not lately.
Would you be interested in seeing something like this, like pertaining to space flight?
I would be very interested.
Yeah,
I think so.
I mean,
just to see.
Tony.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, Thomas.
I mean, I look for the type of stuff I'm into rather than exotic locations.
But you wouldn't be interested in seeing sex in like true sex in a.
No, I guess for the curiosity, but I'm not. If I forget about this story, I'm not gonna search for it.
Well, I don't think anyone's gonna actually we're not waiting on hands and knees here for it.
How far are they in the campaign?
What's that?
How far are they with the campaign so
He wants
far?
to help with the Kickstarter.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see how much they've raised so far. I closed it.
Oh.
I was trying to find Thomas's button here, but it failed. I failed. I can't find it anymore. The button of sadness.
Button of sadness.
Yeah. I'm like, everyone's like, yeah, I'm excited about porn. Nah, I pass on that. All right. So director, is it Uwe Boll?
Uwe.
I always call it Uwe.
I don't know how to pronounce it, honestly. Nobody cares.
I think it's Uwe Boll. Uwe
Uwe.
I just go with asshole usually.
Director Uwe Boll slams George Clooney, Brad Pitt because of crowdfunding. I guess
this guy's
can't make a movie to save his life.
Can't make. Well, yeah. That was a gimmick, right? There was an article that came out about 10, 15 years ago because this guy literally made movie after movie after movie before the digital age took over to where a lot of shit movies are made now. And people kept wondering, how does this guy get millions of dollars and A-list celebrities to keep showing up at his movies? And it's a tax gimmick.
It's a tax thing in Germany that's recently stopped.
Yeah, it was a tax gimmick that they use where you actually make more money if your movie flops.
It was real life, the producers.
Yeah.
Essentially, he knew the video game rights were cheap and nobody had any faith in them at the time. So he bought up several, and because if you make a bad movie, you don't have to pay taxes on anything that you make. If it doesn't make a significant amount of profits or a certain amount of money, you don't have to pay taxes. He essentially got to take all this money home, no questions asked. And he kept doing it, destroying franchise after franchise.
And they changed the law. And
a couple of years
didn't he
ago.
do lots of video game ones, too?
Alone in the Dark is the big one that has like a 1% rating.
Let me see. Can you bring up his IMDb, Kaylee? I'm kind of curious to find out what actual movies he's done that I would actually consider okay. Because literally, I used to watch his movies when I was a kid because they were just shitty action movies. You're like, yeah, I'll check out, and watch this, because they popped on Sci-Fi Channel and stuff like that. Do you have that up?
I do.
Okay, start with his first.
His very first?
Yeah, why
From
not?
like a long time ago?
Hey, started in the 90s. I think that's when he started, actually.
Yeah,
I think.
is when he started.
Yeah, I know none of these.
The ones that he ruined that he's famous for.
I mean, you want directing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I was in the wrong one.
Good job.
Sorry. House of the Dead.
Yeah.
Alone in the Dark. Blood Rain.
Yeah, those are the three that everyone.
Yeah, Blood Rain was miserable.
He Far Cry. He made some crap movie of that. Also, a video game that he ruined.
Oh, you guys must hate him.
Oh,
video
dude,
gamers. Oh,
hate
you guys must hate when
everything he touches. Turns
I didn't even
to
think about
dust
that
because he just destroys it.
How disappointing is that? Like you're a fan of something and you're like, oh hell, they're gonna make a movie about it.
Yeah, exactly.
So you guys want to murder him?
Oh yeah, when he went off on this whole because he made a whole YouTube video rant about how he couldn't get crowdfunding to support his stuff. I'm like, well, maybe stop being a piece of shit that makes pieces of shit.
Yeah.
How about that?
I mean, I'm surprised that all these and again, we learn time and time again the actors are, whether we want to believe it or not, they put this face on where they don't care about money. It's about the acting, but they care about money. Otherwise, they wouldn't show up on these movies.
He's on a poll for most rotten directors.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's the last one. 22% rated him.
What's the most recent movie he's done?
Most recent, 12 Hours. Oh, that was just announced. Capital Punishment. Or In the Name of the King
nothing
3.
You've heard of, dude.
Okay, In the Name of the King. Isn't that the first one? Isn't the one with Jason Statham and Ron Perlman? I remember,
and Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds. Was Burt Reynolds in it?
I know Burt Reynolds was in some sort of like timepiece movie. That might be it.
Oh, really?
I think he directed it too. Yeah, with Jason Statham. In the Name of the King, a Dungeon Siege tale.
That was also based off a video game, or not? Maybe not a video game, but a board game. One of the two games as well that he ruined. So
That's amazing.
yeah, he actually, there's something, I don't remember the whole story, but there's something about he challenged critics to like a boxing match as well because he's so mature.
So he's just a douche.
He's a douche. I hope he never gets a single job again.
He looks like it too.
All right, let's see his. He has a rant here that he posted.
So here's Uwe Boll, and that is the last update. We have only 4 days to do with the Rampage campaign, and that was my third campaign now after Postal 2 failed, after Indiegogo for
He
Rampage.
sounds like a stereotypical German.
Yeah,
Yes.
he is.
I'm a stereotypical German. Yes, if you don't donate to my campaign, I'll burn all the Jews.
I'll send you to the chambers.
I'll send you all. Instead of killing Jews, I'll kill all of you.
I'm like Adam Sandler.
3 failed, and now Kickstarter failed too. And basically, my message is: fuck yourself,
Oh.
because
I'll
that
send you to the showers. Fuck you, and I send you to the showers.
is so fucking absurd. What retarded amateur idiots collecting
I'm
money.
hiding a good script under my floorboards. Yes. No one can find it.
On that absurd website, we get approached by people like Kickstarter. Do it, and you have hundreds, thousands of people contacting you to make a fast dime to say, I can push your campaign and I get 10% of whatever you collect, and it's all fucking bullshit, and I will never do it in my life again. For me, crowdfunding is absolutely dead. Goodbye.
As is your career.
And it looks like nobody gives a shit about Rampage 3, so maybe I shouldn't do it then. I have enough.
You know what? He makes
No shit.
He probably has boatloads of cash.
He does.
He probably
that's
has
the thing.
millions of dollars. Dude, your Rampage is going to cut. What's his asking budget on this? What's his asking rate for this? Do we know? Rampage has raised $25,000, just over five. Where's it go? To raise $55,000 towards making $55,000.
Absolutely, he
That's
has
how
that.
bad his movies are. No one wants to give
You're
him any
telling
money.
me you can't make a movie
for a high-end Ferrari.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, you have a couple $1 million
I
easily
know.
in the easily in the bank.
Yeah.
Pull that money out and make yourself a movie if it's that important to you.
It's not. He wants another cash grab.
He's the
And that's
reason
thing.
why that people don't like this crowdfunding sort of stuff. $55,000 for a guy that, no matter how shitty his movies are, he still makes money
This
somehow.
makes me
Well, why
mad.
would you give him money? All he's proven is that he can't do shit.
Yeah, he's a joke, and he did it to himself. Maybe Rampage will be good. I don't know. Maybe he's going to try to turn a leaf over now that he can't take advantage of tax incentives. But I mean,
That
dude,
bridge of good faith has been burned.
You're like the boy who cried wolf one too many times, except with terrible movies. No one's going to have faith in you at this point. No one's going to sign you up.
Yeah.
I mean, but again, you have millions of dollars. Prove us wrong. Put your money, because you took everyone else's money in that country. And if I was the citizens of Germany, I'd be like, fuck you, ooh, whatever your name is, ooh-wee. Ooh-wee or ooh, fuck you. Fuck you, ooh.
Yeah.
I guess he has another one, too.
You know what that is? That is the Hollywood Reporter, right? Look at
It's a
that.
Hollywood reporter. I like that.
Maybe we should just
All
go into act voice
laughing
acting.
and smiling. All your idols, you want to be like them, right? So you reading that shit, and Steve Beckham and George Clooney and everybody. And you know what they're doing? They're laughing about you. They're laughing about you because you make $2,000 a month, and the only thing what you do is you bring it to the box office to watch
So
the
now
next.
he's making fun of people
Yeah.
and their lack of money.
Yeah.
And then
Saying
you're
how
asking
shitty we are,
them for
asking
money.
us for money, and he has a bunch of money that he flat out stole from people. And when confronted about how he sucks when he was doing Postal, he did a whole campaign about he would box people in the ring, including Michael Bay and Eli Roth, Tarantino, Roger Avery, several of which declined. But he actually fought people because to prove who's the better director, a boxing match. He's a 5-year-old who exploited the system and got away with it for so long, and now he's upset because no one will let him do it again.
You know what? We need to go. We should probably go to break, huh, Thomas?
Probably.
You know what?
Sorry.
All right, I'll just stop it. We're going to go to break. We'll be right back. And now a newscaster who really hates his job.
Okay. We were sent out here to do a story. To do a story about what? As you can see, there's construction underway here. They've dug out a little bit. There's water, has accumulated. Traffic's backed up. In a city the size of Houston, there's always traffic. So what's the big fucking deal? What the fuck are we doing out here? I asked you. What in the fuck are we doing here? Hell, I don't know.
What the fuck did I do wrong, Tom?
Oh, God, that's funny. Oh, that's good stuff.
The RainMan Show. Calling it like we see it.
49% geek, 51% douche.
Hey, RainMan Digital listeners. This month is Father's Day, so give your father the gift of sound with iHome Audio. All this month, we're offering fathers and graduates 20% off plus free shipping on all orders. So when you spend $40 or more, you receive 20% off plus free shipping. All you have to do is enter offer code GRAD at checkout. That's offer code GRAD. So go to our site, click on the iHome banner, and then type in GRAD, GRAD, at checkout to receive 20% off plus free shipping. So head over to our website, rainmanwashere.com, and click on the banner. Apparently, in Star Wars number 5, Han Solo it's been announced that he's actually married during the events between Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back. Star Wars New Hope.
Yes.
And Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, shit.
Damn, he's that double dipping son of a bitch.
She's a fine African lady.
Oh, she's a fine Nubian.
She's a fine Nubian.
She's a fine Nubian goddess from Corellia. Oh, yeah.
She is pretty fine. I mean, in the cartoon scene.
She's pretty fine from a cartoon standpoint. Well, come on. I think we've all looked at some weird cartoon shit at one point. I mean, ever since the days of Jessica Rabbit, it changed the way you look at cartoons.
It changed it.
As a kid, it destroyed my mind and my soul.
Why don't women look like that?
In my opinion, just because she's a princess, you're not going to trash your title. Especially if she's the last, like, really true royalty, last true aristocrat from her society that got blown up. You're not going to throw away that name.
And that's why.
If anything,
That's why.
it'd be Han Organa.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I say I don't see them together. Han Organa.
What if it is?
Oh my God.
I'm Captain Organa of the Millennium Falcon.
That's why he's like, I'm finally home.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait to get away from that bitch.
I'm finally away from her controlling this.
It's Chewie, we're home.
That was no cave.
From thebatting.com for more details. And get ready for an excitingly good time. Also, if you've missed our last show, you can also find us on your Stitcher app. Search Back to Tank. Add us to your favorites. Thank you, and we will see you very soon.
We're back, RainMan Show and RainMan Digital. You can always find all of our shows, past and present, on iTunes and Stitcher. Just search RainMan. Also on our 24-hour channel that you're probably listening to the show right now on. You can search that on TuneIn. You can take that app as well anywhere you want to go. Just search RainMan and take the entire RainMan Channel 001 on the go, anywhere you want to go. So I made an announcement a couple weeks ago before we took a break on our year anniversary show about the terrestrial shows. And since then, people have been asking me. That was one of the biggest topics of discussion with some of the listeners at the Phoenix Comic Con. And yes, if you're not local, you will be able to hear our terrestrial shows a week delayed on demand.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I want to kind of give, and the reason why I say delayed is because it's actually going to be replayed a couple times during the week on this channel. So I don't want to take that away from the channel. We need to grow on there as well. People need to be aware. We have a couple different channels we'll be a part of by the end of the year. And the first channel I announced was KROP AM 1300, based out of Imperial Valley, California. That's our first. I have not said any channels yet, and that is our first affiliate station that will be syndicating our show. Starting with them, will be on the weekends. The weekend starting at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
This coming weekend?
No, not this coming weekend.
He's all excited, all excited.
Come on, Daddy. Tell
Oh
me.
my gosh, you gotta get ready.
No, we don't have a launch date, but it should be it's several weeks away still.
Okay.
But that's the channel I feel comfortable announcing as of right now. We still have others, but that's the one that I actually received a contract from them. I signed it, and boom, it's good.
Sweet.
So we're good to go with that. That is again KROP AM 1300. There is a website for it. It's RainMan KROP1300.com. And on that site, you'll be able to listen. If you're not local and you're not listening to 1300 AM in the Imperial Valley region, then you will be able to find the channel, the site, and you'll be able to stream the show directly from your website, smartphone, wherever else. So it's RainMan KROP1300.com. That's the site for all you non-local listeners that will be able to tune into the show live. So if you don't want to wait for it on demand. A few people were kind of, because I haven't announced who we're going to be on the air with either. And we're on the same network as Imus, Glenn Beck, Sean Hannity, Rush Limbaugh. And people, the comments like, oh my God, you're going to stick out like a sore thumb. I'm like, good. I'm like, good. I'm like, my show's nothing like their show. I'm not a conservative individual, but I'm in the middle. And that's why I was allowed to be on the network. Because people are like, well, they questioned, like, well, do they even know what you are? I'm like, of course they know what I had to send shows for them to listen to and review. And I'm like, they do know what our show is about. But obviously, the first thing he asked me was, send me a demo of your show. And I want to know your demographic. And obviously, our demographic is a good demographic. It's a buying demographic. Our demographic is 24 to 32. That's our number one demographic, males. Females are 26 to 35.
Oh, really?
So those are buying audiences. So those are and we're a younger breed. We're a younger generation. Rush Limbaugh isn't bringing in our age range. Sean Hannity isn't bringing in our young rage. Glenn Beck, however, he's diverse. He does have a young listening audience, but predominantly he's mid-30s and 40s. He does have a pretty good young audience because the guy, his television show doesn't do his radio show justice, meaning his radio show is actually kind of funny. He's actually a funny individual on the radio. He's not all serious.
So he's not like what he was on Fox.
He still has a show called The Glenn Beck Show, which is more like that. But he's also a radio guy, so he's funny. He talks about news. Maggie, you've heard it. He's kind of funny, right, on the radio.
Yeah, he's actually.
I heard he did radio here in the Valley.
He is available in the Valley. It's an affiliate station.
He actually was a DJ here.
Oh, yes, right. I heard that. Yeah. But that's before he found his gimmick, which was politics. When he found that gimmick, that was his cash cow, and he did what any smart businessman would do and milk that shit.
There you go.
So, again, some people said, oh, you're getting programmed. I think Marshall Hillen commented on my post saying, man, you're getting programmed as an angry right Mexican. Meaning on the right. I'm like, I disagree with that. I'm like, I'm not going to look like an angry Mexican because it's not what I am. We're a kind of a casual, loose, funny show. Am I passionate when I speak about certain things? Yes. But you put our show side by side with Rush Limbaugh and Sean Hannity. There is a big, big, big difference.
Yeah.
In content and demeanor.
It'll be a nice
and
change
ideals.
Of pace.
Exactly. And that's what they want. That's what these stations want.
You don't yell, though.
Yeah. What's that? Like I used to?
Yeah.
I do sometimes. I've been trying to bring it back a little bit because people have missed it. Like, where's the yelling mic? And I'm like,
yeah, that's what's going to be in our favor. The fact that it's different, for that audience. They probably hear the same old spiel.
Exactly. We're going to come on, I think, right after on weekends. I think we're going to come on after the Rush Limbaugh. I think the Rush Limbaugh replay or the Glenn Beck replay. I'm not sure on the weekend. So, they're going to go from that. And listen, I appreciate Glenn Beck. I appreciate I'm honored to even be on this network with these guys. Believe me. These guys, whether you want to agree with their ideals or not, that's not what I'm trying to convince people. These guys are legitimate radio giants. And the fact that we're sharing broadcast time on an affiliate channel with them, that says something about this show. It says something about what we're able to do. And I think it's going to be kind of a fun change of pace because when you have Glenn Beck back-to-back with Rush Limbaugh and Sean Hannity, you're kind of a bit over by hour 3 that the world is going to fall sideways and the world's going to end. That way, now you have some uplifting dick jokes along with some, we do get serious. The show's well planned. I have some doom and gloom, but then we have some really, silly news topics because it's a roller coaster of emotion, roller coaster. Don't be angry the whole time. Be happy as well. Like my personality. I'm angry, then I'm happy. I think that's bipolarness, right?
Yeah, it's a rainbow of emotions.
Yeah. Anyways, Jerry Seinfeld, this guy is a genius. Mm-hmm. What Jerry Seinfeld's doing. This says something about me because maybe I'm manipulative as well. I don't know, but I see everything he's doing. I agree with what he's doing. I don't think he's a bad person. He's a smart businessman. Number one thing is Hulu just bought the rights. Can someone Google the facts on that for me? But Hulu just bought all the episodes of Seinfeld for a very high price tag. I think it's in the billions, okay? This was, I think, last month they announced it. And since then, we've all had a surge of Seinfeld news that just happened. Because right now, they're not relevant, per se, to the younger. They're not relevant. Jerry Seinfeld isn't. He's a funny comic and always will be one of the best. But he's not relevant to the younger generation. He's not making headlines. And what's going to happen is going to premiere. Seinfeld's going to premiere on Hulu, and nothing's going to happen. No one's going to know about it. So, what better way to promote a new deal that's just been conducted? What do? Create a little bit of controversy. Number one thing is Jason Alexander, all of a sudden, years later, spills the goods about the actress that played George's girlfriend in Seinfeld. If you guys remember, if you guys watch Seinfeld or not, remember they killed off the wife in a very superficial, fucked up way. It was, to me, it's television gold. To this day, I mean, they killed her because George was a cheapskate. So he didn't want to buy expensive wedding invitations. So he bought cheap ones, and then she had to lick them all, and she died of toxins, of poison. That's how she died. That was the season finale of one of their seasons. I remember people were upset. They were like, that's disgusting. I will never watch Seinfeld again. People forgot how relevant Seinfeld was and how the topics they addressed were actually pretty relevant for the time and a little controversial. To this day, several of their episodes are actually banned on television and even post-banned, meaning after the show has been aired and played countless times on television because the social climate has changed since the 90s and the early 2000s. They've actually went and banned episodes after the fact as well that won't air anymore.
I have the number figure.
Okay, what is it?
Reportedly $160 million.
God. A show. Your mic not on?
I don't know.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it's like the deal is said to be valued at around $875,000 an episode.
That's amazing. That guy, I mean,
Bravo.
That's the gift that keeps giving.
Yeah.
15 years? I got to think. Eric, you got to get in the mic.
I'm in it.
Go like that, please.
Okay.
By the way, Maggie's in the show right now.
Oh, yeah. I'm not moving.
Thomas had to leave. He had an emergency he had to take care of, and then so Maggie came in and stepped in. Thank you, Maggie.
Thanks, Maggie. His pants.
He pooped his pants?
Mm-hmm.
No.
So Jason Alexander spills the goods about the actress that played George's girlfriend. I guess apparently no one liked her on set. That's the controversy. So they killed her off because nobody could work with her. And I guess for years, George was the only person. Jason Alexander, he was just on Stern and talked about the entire story, and then it made headlines all over the place. I guess for years that he worked with, he was the only one that ever had lines with her, that shared lines. That's it. And he always said, something's off with her. I don't like working with her. She's a nice lady, unreal life when you talk to her off. But for some reason on set, there's no chemistry and we don't work good together. And everyone like laughed it off and said, George, you're just being stupid. Don't worry about it. Then towards the end, when they were getting ready, closer to getting married, Jerry and Elaine started having Julia Dreyfus and Jerry Seinfeld started having lines with her and scenes. And they all went to dinner one night and said, yeah, so we hate her. That's exactly a quote of what they said. And then Julia actually came up with the idea, how about we just kill her? Wouldn't you like to kill her? Because she's so bad. That's what Julia said. Wouldn't you like to kill her? And then Larry David, who's a genius, who's the real power behind Seinfeld, was like, that's a good idea. Let's kill her. So they killed her off. And I guess now they all feel bad because it came out, but they're all standing by what they said, that she's a great lady, but the chemistry on set was off. Again, controversy because people, again, are lashing them. And that's something that's great about Jason Alexander and Julia Dreyfus and Jerry Seinfeld. They don't care. They don't care that people are like, oh, they're terrible human beings, yada, yada, yada. But if there's a method to what they're doing, they're all getting together to create. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the actress herself who played George's girlfriend is in on the gag. Like, hey, we're gonna like talk shit about you because we're gonna promote the Hulu releases, and we need to have some type of controversy and promotional gimmick. Can we do it? She probably got like a back end deal. Like, here's like $500,000 just to kind of smile and nod. And I think it's smart because how much of Jerry have we heard about in the last, I say, 3 weeks now? A lot.
A lot.
I mean, and then he goes on, I believe, a CNN radio show and gets into political correctness. And this again reminds me why I like Jerry. And it shows that this is a guy who works clean, meaning he doesn't cuss, which I don't give a shit about that, obviously. But he works clean, but he's not PC. And he went out on a statement. People, of course, are blasting him for saying this, but he says that Jerry Seinfeld hates political correctness. Imagine if Jerry Seinfeld's show came out today. It wouldn't be funny because the PC people would never allow certain things to go on the script. It would never have been filmed, shot, and sent out to broadcast television ever. So apparently, in an interview with ESPN, not CNN, Jerry Seinfeld said he's warned against performing at colleges because they're too politically correct. And yes, they are.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
College students throw around. This sounds like a comment. This interview here sounds like a discussion that we've had on the show. College students throw around, that's racist, sexist, prejudice, without knowing what they're talking about, he said. And it's true. We just said that nowadays people don't even know the definitions of what they're accusing you of doing. I mean, if you don't, listen, I believe in gay marriage. Everyone knows that. I believe in gay rights and equality. However, if someone doesn't, it doesn't make them a homophobic. Mm-hmm. Like, that's the problem with these definitions. People want to throw out terms like, oh, you're homophobic. I don't believe in same-sex marriage. Does that make you kind of a bigot? A little bit. Does it make you a homophobe? No. A homophobe is an individual that will go out of his way to insult gays, have nothing to do with them, talk shit about it, but call them fags and homos and queers. That's a homophobe. And homophobes won't even talk about gay people. They pretend they don't exist because what does the word phobic mean? And phobia. Fear. You shun them. You run away. Just like when you're a phobia of bugs. What do you do if you see a bee flying at you like me? You run away.
And then when these people are afraid and they see gays come along, they're worried, oh my God, I'm going to have better fashion sense.
I've seen homophobic people. They're the people who say, oh my God, they think every gay guy wants to fuck them.
I usually think they want to redecorate my house.
That's homophobic. But you know what? Nowadays people would say what you just said was a homophobic joke. That's not homophobic. And that's Jerry's point, is that these definitions, no one understands the definitions of these words they're throwing around. And he also says that political correctness will destroy comedy, and it has.
Yeah, absolutely.
It has destroyed comedy.
That's absolutely true.
The organic nature of comedy and how it flows nowadays doesn't exist.
I'll give you a good example. One of the greatest comedies of all time, Blazing Saddles. Do you think that will actually even make the theaters? It probably might even get more outrage than The Interview.
It would never be made anymore.
Yeah.
And
that is a classic film.
Yeah. So is a lot of racial stuff made in the 30s by the German, film campaign. But I get your point. There's a difference between outright racism and propaganda that's meant to, put gay people in a negative light, or another racial class, or another class of individuals or race, as comedy and satire.
Probably, like a lot of studios nowadays, won't even touch them.
Yeah. So Iggy Azalea is in big trouble after several old tweets have surfaced. You know what, Tony? You do a good job reading tweets. Why don't you pull up that article there when you have an opportunity here? Is Iggy Azalea? Do you guys know who Iggy Azalea is?
Yep.
Or what about you, Kaylee? Let me remind people who she is here.
Is she like a singer or something?
Yeah. This is Iggy.
First things first, I'm the realest. Drop this and let the whole world feel it. Let 'em feel it. And I'm still in the murder business. I can hold you down like I'm giving lessons in physics. Right. You want a bad bitch like this? Drop it low and pick it up just like this. Yeah.
She's recently has acquired fame on the pop arena. And she's now being accused of racism and homophobicness. I guess Iggy Azalea cancels Pittsburgh Pride appearance in wake of homophobic tweets that have surfaced apparently in like the early 2000s, 2011s, before she was still making music but she wasn't who she is today, who's a well-known household name among the pop charts. But Australian rapper Iggy Azalea will no longer be performing at the Pittsburgh Pride event scheduled for this weekend. The cancellation is a result of criticism from the local LGBT community over some of her past deleted but archived tweets, which they characterize as homophobic. Azalea announces the news via a statement on Twitter, writing in part, "Unfortunately, in the past, as a young person, I used words I should not have. I meant no harm and deeply regret over uttering those words." In one tamer tweet, which she wrote in 2010, Azalea said, "When guys whisper in each other's ears, I always think it's kind of homo." Yeah, it's almost ignorance. I wouldn't say it's racist. I think
that wasn't homophobic. It was just ignorant.
You want me to read a couple of her tweets?
We're going to go through this list of things that she says and kind of make a decision here. I don't think, but before, I'm going to preface this. I don't think anything she says is necessarily racist or homophobic. She's an ignorant teenage girl or young girl. Okay, go ahead and read these tweets. Where are they at? Did you pull them up?
I pulled up tweets.
Okay.
I'll start off with something that's more or less directed generally towards people.
So this is a gallery. This article is taken from a gallery of hold on here. Articles being really delayed.
Iggy Azalea's most controversial tweets.
Yeah. Start with number 1. Go through all of them.
All right, here we go. Just remember, while you're all at home online cracking jokes about artists, etc., that most of you have done nothing with your lives.
To me, now let's do read that with a let's see here, hold on. What are you reading from, Tony? I don't have that.
It's on the second link that you sent.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I could read the next one, which is sort of funny.
I thought the first one is just saw 5 black men.
Yeah. But you go through it and there's like a couple more tweets.
Okay, read the other one with as a Valley Girl. The first one you just read.
Okay,
because that's how it was said.
Just remember, while you're all at home online cracking jokes about artists, etc., that most of you have done nothing.
Kaylee, you do it for us.
I don't have it up. I don't even know
guys.
I don't even know. I only have the link that you gave me.
No one's prepped.
Okay.
I'm always prepped. What are you talking about?
I'm all prepped. I'm ready for the second one.
Where did you find it?
Bring out the lube, guys.
Yeah, I'm ready for the second one. Let me read the second one, Rocky.
You fucker! You fucking bitch!
I love you.
Yo, I'm ready to read the second one, boss.
You can tell Kaylee has no interest in the show. She's reading tweets.
Where?
You piece of shit!
It's the second link from the doc that Mike sent us.
You fucking dick!
The
fucking
Word doc.
shit!
Next tweet.
Okay. Yo, man, just saw 5 black men get arrested out in front of Popeyes. #damn. #stereotypes.
Okay. That's kind of funny.
That is funny.
I don't think that's racist. That's kind of funny. That's it. She's making an observation.
She #stereotypes calling it out.
Yeah.
So how is racist?
I don't know.
All right, next one.
Yeah, next one.
Asian women abuse false eyelashes.
What?
This Asian lady on the plane tried to act like she didn't understand me, and I told her, "Ass bitch, you gone no English today, cause that's my seat." What the fuck?
You gone?
Is this even English?
You gone no English today?
I think we need
because that's my seat.
I think we need Kaylee to translate for us.
I'm reading it.
Maybe Kaylee can translate.
Yeah.
Khahid, he had han. Mukhahid, he had han.
Thank you, C3PO. All right. What other one is there?
I also have hella Asian people in my family. You assholes don't know shit about me. Have a huge seat. What? I have a huge seat.
She's Iggy Azalea is kind of ignorant.
Because she's Iggy.
She's getting Iggy with it.
Oh, that was horrible.
Oh yeah, here we go. Here's another one. Bitch,
who are you?
Bitches in LA be stick skinny to the bone. White, black, Mexican. Okay, maybe not Mexicans. They still got the box body on lock.
Oh my god. So she's calling Mexicans that have blocky bodies.
You
You fucking income fucking poop.
See, to me, it's kind of comical a little bit, right? And I don't think it's because she's trying to be funny. It's funny because she's ignorant.
Oh,
And I wouldn't call her racist. I would call her that she's guilty of being kind of stupid. She's just a stupid individual. I would love to actually see. I would like her and Kylie Jenner take an IQ test together and see who would win.
I think they should interview each other.
They'd probably, you know what? Probably create a paradox and the world would blow up.
She has a tweet with her and a couple other guys, and it says, "Me and my niggas."
Oh,
boy.
Yeah.
Stupid ass house, nigga.
And then
what else? What else?
There's another one that says, "So you're allowed to say nigga because you're black, yet I can't say it. The word nigga is different from nigger."
See, she's a child. It sounds like a teenage girl's argument.
Yeah,
how she would argue.
She's going, "Nigga is used to describe someone who is arrogant. I don't know why it's such a problem when white people say it, when black people know damn well that a majority of people saying it aren't even saying it to be racist."
See,
because most
I don't know if it's Tony's reading or her writing. Which one is it?
It's both.
It's both. Yeah.
You idiot.
Because
You idiot.
He's trying to figure it out in his head.
I'm trying to understand this Australian English. What the
Fuck did I do wrong?
Wait, which one did you just read? Which one did you just read?
It was like
The hoe one?
page 9.
Oh, okay.
A hoe is a hoe is a hoe.
Oh, man.
And yes, pass out in a mag internet public view, period, puts you in a bucket with all the other hoes.
Yeah, I'm losing brain cells. I'd rather get drunk and lose
This
brain
is
cells that way.
painful.
I'm trying to look for one that's really good.
But
Oh my God.
And he found it.
What is it?
Our studio, me chief, you Indian. I speak, you listen.
What?
Ah, shut up.
Oh.
That's okay. That's a bit racist.
Yeah.
That one out of all of them are little.
That's the worst
That's the
one.
worst one.
Oh, I found the one where you said, "When guys whisper in each other's ears, I always think it's kind of homo." Okay, I'm going to read this one actually word for word.
Okay.
And I'm seriously, maybe you could try to interpret this. I'm suspect.
Give it to me.
I'm suspect on people that throw the racist word around, just like I'm suspect on people.
Yeah, she's ghetto, dude. She's
on
ghetto.
people who throw around no homo.
Yeah, you know what it is? I don't think she's racist. I think she's ghetto, and
He doesn't understand
she's
what the hell
white
she's
ghetto.
saying.
She's
She's
white
trash.
ghetto. She's white trash. That's
Yeah.
exactly what she sounds like to me. She sounds like a white trash, ignorant teenage child with no real upbringing. I think she's
And
probably
she's Australian. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
she's from down under.
Okay, there's actually one that I kind of want to read. I want to
Okay.
see if you guys can figure out what the hell this means because I don't. She says, "Wondered why my butt felt like it was about to grow legs, flip me off, and walk away. Then I remembered I played soccer yesterday with 5 dyke bitches."
Oh,
What does that even mean?
It means that her butt hurts so much that it's going to grow fingers and flip her off and walk away.
Oh, there you go.
Why can't she just say that?
Maggie's the interpreter. So just read, and then Maggie will
And then
interpret.
Maggie
Yeah,
knows
she's
Iggy.
I
she's
speak
United.
Iggy, okay?
I speak Iggy.
I'm so Iggy.
Yeah, Maggie is our UN
Han.
interpreter for this.
Mujahid. Jihad Han. Khahid. Jihad Han. Mujahid. Jihad Han. Khahid. Jihad Han. Mujahid. Jihad Han.
I love you. You fucker! You fucking
all right.
bitch!
Let's move on. I really did lose brain cells from that segment. I'm sorry, listeners. I'm sorry. I apologize. And now that was good humor right
I'm
there.
so
I don't like
fancy.
Iggy no more. See, that's a turnoff for me.
I have hated that song forever.
Ignorance.
You liked her?
I thought she was semi talented. I think she still is semi talented.
But now we feel so fancy.
And yeah, so stupid. All right, so Bookburst is an online membership club that offers incredible value for avid readers of physical books. Bookburst membership costs $29.95 a year and allows users to purchase any book on bookburst.com for $9.95 with free shipping on all orders. Bookburst carries a selection of thousands of brand new, mostly hardcover editions of today's best-selling books. Go over to rainmanwithhere.com/advertiser/bookburst and click on the banner and start reading. And you too will be able to speak like Kaylee.
Khahid. Jihad Khan Mujahid.
Also, iHome Audio is now offering 20% off on all items purchased through their website for the rest of the month for Father's Day. Also, on purchases over $40, you get free shipping as well. So go to RainManWasHere.com and click on the iHome banner, and then type in at checkout coupon code GRAD. That's GRAD. That's GRAD. Thank you for listening.
You sound so robotic.
Well, you gotta enunciate. You have to. Have you ever watched people talk in the news? They do. They all talk like Cumberbatch. They all do like I am Cumberbatch. All right. You know what? We're going to go to a quick break. We're going to come back and we're going to jump into news with Kaylee. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the commercials that you just heard. Over the past year, our show has grown, and it's all because of you. But in order for us to continue to grow, so that we can keep bringing you high-quality content and interviews, be sure to visit our advertisers, iHome, Amazon, Adam and Eve, Bookburst, and Hotel Watchdog. Hey, everybody does online shopping nowadays, so when you're buying items and you're thinking about purchasing items, remember some ads that you might have heard on the show. The Amazon links are the easiest way to help our show. Whenever you want to buy something, many people purchase things through Amazon these days. Go to our site, click through our links, and then continue to shop. That at least will also help and aid our show and help it to grow. And thank you for listening. All right, AdamandEve.com. Let me ask you a question. Are you getting enough? I bet you'd love more, right? Well, AdamandEve.com wants to give you more with 10 free gifts. First, you'll get a sexy surprise for her. Second, a specially selected toy for him. And third, a little something we know you'll both enjoy. Plus, you'll get 6 full-length adult movies on DVD. And number 10, free shipping on your entire order. So what do you have to do to get your 10 free gifts? Well, it's not hard. Go to AdamandEve.com and select any one item. It could be an adventurous new toy, a sexy piece of lingerie, or anything you desire. Just enter offer code RainMan at checkout, and you'll get all 10 free gifts. Go check out AdamandEve.com today, select one item, and get 10 free gifts, including free shipping, when you enter offer code RainMan. That's RainMan at AdamandEve.com.
You're listening to the all-new RainMan 001 on RainMan Digital.
Crew got the juice, yo came the truth. My screams is the proof, some other dudes get the deuce. So when I speed in the coupe, leaving this interview. It ain't nothing new, I've been fucking with you. None of them niggas ain't taking you, just tell them to make a you, huh?
Richard Anderson actually said to me that he unfriended you just because. He was laughing when he told me. Like he said, oh, so Kaylee coming today? I'm like, I think Kaylee's coming today. And then he's all like, yeah, I unfriended her on Facebook. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, why did you do that? He starts laughing. I don't know, just because. He didn't tell me. He just said he unfriended her because, oh, you know what? He said anybody that I'm not working with currently, I unfriended because I unfriended a bunch of people. I'm like, oh, okay.
He's full of crap.
Yeah, maybe.
I know. Found out the real reason because I straight up confronted him. I'm like, dude,
did you want to go on a date and you didn't go, or what?
No.
It's been bothering Kaylee for the entire break.
It has been for the entire.
That's how I am too. Like I want to know why people like it bothers me when people unfriend me. Like I had to quit. I used to have a Twitter app that would tell me who unfriended me. I had to disconnect it from my Twitter account. I'm like, why would you unfriend me? Why would you not follow me? I like you. We talk all the time. Why did you decide?
I have the best story.
Like I don't understand why they do it.
Yeah,
it blows me away. Did I say something that pissed you off? Like we talked all the time, and you just disappeared.
Yeah, I had someone. I think it was a year and a half ago. We talked all the time. I talked to his wife and everything, and then all of a sudden he like unfriends me and blocks me.
Well, there's the problem.
And
you had
I'm
a wife.
just like, no, I was friends with her too. So I'm like, okay, what's going on? And then I like 6 months later, he IMs me and apologizes.
After he got divorced?
No, he was still with her. And I'm just like, okay, well, I'm still not going to talk to you. Why would I talk to you?
It's my turn to block
but what was
you.
his reason?
He didn't remember.
He didn't remember.
He didn't remember.
See, I don't care. I don't care if it's people I don't care about.
Yeah.
But if it's someone like Richard Anderson, who I've been close with since day one of Western X,
He unfriends a lot of people
I
for
wouldn't
no
take it
reason.
personally.
Yeah, I wouldn't take it personally either, especially since he likes you and he was hoping you went on Saturday to the Comic-Con.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a problem with you. He literally doesn't. He just
No, I know.
Richard's
I found out.
odd.
I found out what it was. I mean, he straight up told me.
Oh, what was it? You said no.
No.
You said no. You cannot get in my
sorry.
panties, Richard. Well, what was it?
He felt ignored.
He felt ignored. Richard's such a child. I love Richard. He's such a child. That's why I love him.
Sad.
Because he's an actor.
He's a baby.
He is
sad
the
face.
stereotypical actor through and through. And that's what makes him so much fun.
Yeah.
Face.
Oh man.
That's
Well, I told him, I was like, dude, it goes both ways, yo.
Yeah, it
like,
does.
you got to hit me up too.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Just a little bit. Patty cake, patty cake.
Terrible song. But it has a great beat. Has a good kind of song you dance. You would dance to this, Kaylee. Yeah, I can see Kaylee. She always gets a big old smile for ghetto music.
Because I know how to shake it.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of Kaylee, what is this? I saw on your Facebook post that you said you were getting into. You signed up for cheerleading.
Yeah, it's just like a
laughing?
workout class.
Oh, it's a workout class.
Yeah, it's like a workout
Because
class.
I know you were a cheerleader years ago, and I was like, why
Yeah,
are you
college
getting?
and stuff.
What are you like doing that again?
Because I miss having that body.
Oh, is that why you're doing it? Just for a workout?
Pretty much.
So what does it pertain? Like, what do you do for a cheerleading class? I don't get it.
It's tumbling. It's stretching.
What's
it's,
tumbling?
tumbling means like round off back handsprings, flipping around on the
Why
ground.
don't you take pole dancing classes then?
Well, I'd rather get back into the body first,
Can
and
you
then
do,
maybe.
well, what type of cheers do you guys learn? Do you guys learn cheers?
We don't do cheers.
You don't do cheers. You just do the
No.
exercises.
We do like hip hop dancing, and then you do stretching,
You do
and then you
hip-hop-
do tumbling.
She's such a
yeah.
white girl. We do hip hop dancing.
Hip hop dancing. They call it hip. That's.
I twerk. I twerk a little bit here and there, this way and that. That's so funny.
Oh my gosh.
I like that 2 seconds have played and she already knows this cheerleading stuff. Like, she's, oh my God.
I did it for like 11 years.
I know,
even through college.
I know. Did you ever, what type of cheers do you do? Give us an example of cheers. Do you do, because my brother was married to a cheerleader and she walked around like this all the time. She didn't cheerlead. Cheerleaders are like those football, not you, Kaylee. Well, maybe, I don't know. Are you like this? You can tell me. They're like that football jock that never forgets that one pass he threw in high school. Like, she would walk around and she'd be like, and she'd like do this. And I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm cheering. And I'm like, you haven't cheered in 5 years. Stop it. Knock it off. Do you do stuff like that?
No, I don't. I don't actually do any cheers at all.
What type of cheers do you do?
None.
You guys don't even do cheers?
No, it's not. It's not like an actual like cheerleading class where you learn cheering
That's
and
not fun.
stuff. It's just.
Can I bring a camera there and do it for the show and see what you do? Let's go.
Yeah,
Come on.
let's wait a
Tell me
little
what
while
you do.
before I get back in the shape.
Tell me what you do.
What?
Once you rewind.
Yeah. This is terrible cheer music. I do admire the cheerleaders, like the actual people that do the shows. Like, that's insane.
Oh, the competition.
I mean, there's no way in hell I'd ever let anybody actually throw me up in the air like that. Like, you take a lot of risk and a lot of trust.
Yeah, I got dropped quite a few times. I actually dislocated my shoulder and fractured my knee.
Oh, did you?
From being dropped.
Yeah, you couldn't even.
The best thing about cheerleading is the movie Bring It On. Oh my God, that's the movie that started my love affair for Elijah. What Dushku, whatever her name is.
Dushku or whatever.
God, that when I was a kid, when I was a douche-ku, that sounds like a douche crew. That's what started my love affair. Like, when I was a kid and I saw that, I don't think I was a kid. I was like 22, maybe 23.
I was in high school.
I'm
when that
very
came out.
hormonal, even to this day. I feel like I'm 16. Like Elijah Dushku, whatever. She That's what made me fall in love with her. That's how we started our relationship in my head.
And not True Lies.
Oh no, I'm not a pedophile. She was like, what is she, like 15 in that movie? I've never been attracted to the little girls, even as a man, even as a child.
Man?
Yeah, even
I hope not.
Well,
oh goodness gracious.
simmer down. Even as as a child, like a young kid, like 14, 15 years, I've always had a thing for older ladies. So it's like, yeah, I never was into the kids.
Isn't that usually guys in general?
I don't know.
They're usually always attracted to someone older.
Yeah, maybe.
Or women.
Are you experiencing that a little bit, Kaylee? Now that you're 30, are you experiencing like any? Are they calling you? Are you considered a cougar yet to like young guys?
No, I don't think
Are you
so.
not? Well, I don't know. What age do you get into where you're considered a cougar?
I think when your skin starts sagging, maybe.
No. Oh, Kaylee.
I think you have to be 40
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Because
to play it
because
safe.
if you're 18, 19 years old, what's a 30-year-old woman? Is that? I mean, that's an older lady, right? Yeah. I don't think I've ever dated an older woman though, which is funny.
Well, the guys that I've dated have been kind of just like a couple of years younger, but that's pretty much.
Yeah,
as
but
far
they
as
all look like they're 12. Let's be honest.
They're Asian.
Hello, Dr. Jones. I'm now 30. No, you're not. Short round. No, you're not.
All right, that's
Are you with your
one
Asian
real
boyfriend still or no?
battle.
Did
Sharks
you
and jets.
guys decide?
We broke up.
We talked about
months
that, didn't
ago,
we?
Or a month ago, or over.
So
a month
what happened? How'd you guys break up?
I thought we talked about that too.
No. What happened? Did you
We
just,
didn't get along. Remember? I know I talked to you about this. I do remember.
What happened? What did you guys not get along with?
He just overthought. He was a girl, pretty much. I'm sorry if you're listening, because he does listen to the show, but he was a girl.
He's a girl. Oh, that's not nice.
He was just overthinking everything, and usually that's the girls that do that.
Overthinking like what?
Overthinking everything I would say, everything I would do. It was just
Like
so
meaning-
insecurity.
Oh, insecurity. How old
new
is he?
to a relationship, never really been
How old is he?
29? Going on 29? 28.
Oh, okay. So he was just overthinking. Like, give me an example. What he'd overthink? Like, would you like you guys were having sex and you didn't
No.
and you didn't come?
But
and
I
you're
didn't
just
like his
I'm
face
okay.
that he made, though, when we were having sex.
Oh my God!
I'm sorry.
What kind of face did he make? Did he
Like,
make
he kept his mouth
did he
open
make
for
like
the
a-
whole
did he
time,
make a
and I'm
sa-
like, "Can you shut your mouth?"
Did he make
Like-
a samurai face? Oh, Kelly! Oh, Kelly! Kaylee is evil. That is horrible. Like, that is the worst thing I've ever.
Sorry.
I think that's the worst thing that's ever been shown. I love it. That's the
No.
best thing that's ever been said in the show.
I have an experience like that.
What?
Yeah.
with
What- like
you,
what?
Mike.
Oh,
No,
that's
no. No, this was years and years and years ago.
yeah.
Yeah.
3 years ago. We've been together for 4.
Almost
So you do the math. She's talking about me. Well, give me an example of what his face looked like. I know this is radio, but I'll do
beer face.
Like, what was it? Show me.
I don't remember
Oh,
now.
come on.
It's kind of like he went Asian. Kind of.
Like he went Asian.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe it. It was like
his eyes got all squinty.
Yeah.
That's weird.
See, that's what
Game over, man.
yeah, game over.
Oh.
Yeah.
You psychopathic bitch.
Well, okay. What face did he make? Like,
He just kept his mouth open, and it was just like,
Did he make noises?
How?
It was
How?
like he-
Did he look like when you say open and because
just
maybe
open,
I'm racist?
like a mouth breather kind of thing, and it just
So it was gaping.
it was yeah, kind of not like
Gaping?
gaping, but it was open. It
What
was
are we talking about? Tony's getting excited.
was
He's all fisting.
Was he looking to receive? What?
Oh, poor guy.
I'm
not very
sorry.
nice.
I know. I'm
So-
sorry. He was good in bed though.
So when you say a mouth, he was like a mouth breather. Is that what you said? Like he was just.
You know how like guys that or not guys, anybody that they breathe with their mouth open, so it's open enough for them to always. It's just annoying. I don't know.
Future back to take topic.
Did he keep the mask on? I knew you were a Star Wars fan, but Jesus.
Can you please, honey? Can you please stop? Just close your mouth. Quit breathing. I'm about to come. You're ruining it for me. Take off your Vader mask. Oh, that's sad. So, how wide was his mouth be open? Like, how wide was it?
Really want to know.
Like, yeah, show me.
Like
No,
I
go
don't know,
ahead,
like
show
an
me.
inch and a
No,
half
show me with
wide.
your
I'm not
mouth.
going to show you.
Why not? We're not going to judge.
Because you're probably filming this just like you record everything.
I'm not filming.
Lie.
I will always tell you guys. When show me.
Oh.
Maggie, if you're uncomfortable, Maggie, open your mouth and you tell her when to stop. Ready? Open.
Yeah, it's like, nope.
Open.
Yeah, no, a little open more. It's, kind of like that.
The guy had to breathe. Give a fucking break. It's barely open. What do you mean?
But it wasn't just the open mouth. Bad. It was the facial expression with it. It was just like I thought he was going to take a crap.
So rude.
Thank goodness I don't talk to him anymore, because that would be awful.
He's not listening.
Poor
I'm
guy.
sorry if you're listening. I'm so sorry. Not really.
You guys didn't know. I actually recorded you guys once. That's you, that's him, and that's you in the background.
Oh, Darth Vader?
Yeah. And here's you. Here's Kaylee. See, she was enjoying it, but it's just that breathing. She just couldn't get over the breathing. Oh my God, that's the best story ever. All right. You know what? On that note, let's go ahead and are we ready to move into news?
Sure. Why not?
Second here.
Shoot first, ask questions last. How they so cold, gangsters last.
Yeah. Pow, pow. Shoot first, ask questions last. Yeah.
All right. Take us away, Kaylee.
All right.
What do we have in the news?
Well, there is a Christian couple that vowed to divorce if same-sex marriage is legalized.
Really?
Yes. They vowed to get a divorce.
Doesn't that defeat the purpose? Sort of.
You know, that's what I was thinking. It's like, you're upset because let's say you're a Christian couple, which you don't believe in gay marriage. Fine. Okay. But according to the Bible, you're not supposed to get divorced either. So you're trying to prove a point by doing the wrong. Like, okay, in your eyes, you're doing equally wrong in your eyes. To prove a point? Like,
I don't see
that's
any
kind
harm.
of an ignorant stance to take.
Yeah, I don't see any harm. I don't know how this is going to affect anybody outside of the couple that's getting divorced.
So give us the deets, Kaylee. Give us the deets.
Well, they vowed to get a divorce, ending their sacred, quote-unquote sacred, 10-year reunion if Australia allows same-sex couples to legally marry. So
Australia, the entire continent?
Australia.
Yeah, they make decisions as a continent? They're a continent, right?
Yeah.
They're not a country. Do they make decisions as a continent? I'm being serious. Like, it wouldn't be like, what's their states in Australia? Do
They're
we know
a country.
No, they're not.
Yeah,
Are they a country too?
Yeah.
The country of Australia?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Australia.
Is it Australia really?
Yeah.
But it's also
it's its own continent.
And then it's a country too.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Tony coming in with the geography.
And they're
deeds.
trying to, follow Ireland and try to make gay marriage legal throughout the entire country.
Yeah.
Or the entire continent.
Right. Okay, so Kaylee, what else is in that article then? What else do they say?
They believe widening the definition of marriage to include same-sex couples threatens the sacred nature of the union and leaves the door open to polygamy. The Christian couple have been happily married for over a decade, have no intention of separating, and hope to have more children, so they have children. For all intents and purposes, they have a healthy marriage.
Okay.
But they're protesting against.
Can someone listen? I believe in Christian rights and Christian beliefs. However, who gave them the ownership of marriage?
And who's going to care?
Yeah,
like marriage.
What is this going to do?
Has been around before the formation of Christianity.
Yeah,
marriage. People have been getting married, but way before.
It was more politics than anything.
Yeah. So I don't understand that. Like, why can't we let bygones be bygones? You do your thing. You're not infringing on what I believe, and I won't do the same. Everybody's so fucking tyrannical. We're not evolved as people. Like, people like to think we're not. If we didn't have the laws that we have in place today to protect people, we would be thrown into another crusade type era. And people like these people, this is bigotry. This is a bigot, not Iggy Azalea. This right here. To me, those people are the people that make religion look bad. Christians, because there's Christians that are like, you know what? I'm going to live how I think I should live, but I'm not going to call you names, and I'm not going to say what you do is wrong, and I'm not going to prevent you from enjoying your life. Because being a Christian is about love, right? Let people be people. You don't need to judge. You're not. What does your Bible say? Who's the judge? God will judge. So leave it up to him. Do your thing and let them be, do their thing. And what else do we have in the news, Kaylee?
Sorry.
It's all right. That's why I have music. Imagine if I just stopped it just like that.
Big sex party organized for the disabled.
All right.
That's all I gotta say.
What?
A big sex party organized for the disabled.
It's hard. Can't you just give it to me?
One more time, please. One more time.
It's hard. Can't you just give it to me?
Too bad he missed it. I had that planned for like a week.
One more time.
It's hard. Can't you just give it to me?
I like how we can make ourselves crack up in this room. It's so stupid.
One more time. One more time.
It's hard. Can't you just give it to me?
It's so funny because Thomas last week knew he fucked up. When he said that, he said, "Oh, you motherfucker."
Can I make that my ringtone? And when he comes, you can call me.
Oh man, that's so funny. All right, what does this article say then?
There's going to be a sex party in Toronto this summer, and in case you were wondering, it'll be wheelchair accessible.
So it's for all.
Oh snap!
So it's for handicapped people only.
Yes, for the disabled.
For disabled people. So mentally challenged as well?
Disabled.
So we'll see guys
all
like
disabled people.
Any disabled.
No. We'll see like Stephen Hawking's like roll in and go, "What's up, bitches?"
I'm here to get my. I'm here to get my dick sucked.
What up, bitches? Now, what about the blind? Will the blind be helped then?
The blind.
Yeah.
The blind are disabled, Tony.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Oh wait, blind people can show up too. So that's, to me, this is segregation. This is prejudice. You're not allowing non-disabled people to show up. What if I want to go there and get my dick sucked by a handy lady? I'm being serious. Like, what if I like blind people? What if I like people who are mentally challenged because they're easy to talk to?
I don't know. Maybe you'll have to bring that up with the organizer, who is Stella Pelikarova.
Is she handicapped? I would like to find out.
She has spinal muscular atrophy,
Okay.
and she advocates for disability awareness. And
I heard
she
they're
said,
good at blowjobs.
I have
Fisting will be difficult.
She said,
I mean, what happens if you have only one hand? Or maybe you have those prosthetics.
What are we gonna do?
oh my gosh, I saw this thing on the news that this guy was pressing. He had what are those bio arm things? What's it called?
A bio arm?
It's like the
artificial
full
arms,
cybernetic organism,
hooks.
Anyway, I don't know. He presses a button and it does the jacking off thing, and you can choose how fast or how slow you want to go.
He has a whack off arm.
Yeah,
he has a whack off arm.
So he has a fake. He lost his arm. He got a new one. And he can jack off with it.
And he pressed his button, and he was able to go
he
with
has
the speed.
3 speeds.
Yeah.
So would that technically
He
be
could actually
a sex
pick
toy?
speed. Oh, that's a sex toy.
Yeah,
it's a sex toy.
I'm jealous. I would use it and not need, and I still have both limbs. I just hold it with one arm. Like, try it out. Is that gay? Can I do that?
All I know is I don't want to
be doing it yourself.
It's hard. Can't you just give it to me? It's hard. Can't you just give it to me?
I just don't want to be fisted by a guy with a hook. That's all.
Oh.
I'm not.
It's hard. Can't you just give it to me?
Thomas.
All right, go.
Oh, that's amazing. What else do we have in the news, Kaylee? Anything else in the news?
Well, according to TMZ, kind of funny. Meek Mill, I don't know. Meek Mill pistol whipping goes down on rival rapper's crew.
Meek Mills.
Meek Mill?
Is that a rapper or?
Meek Mill's beef with a rival exploded.
Meek Mill's.
Meek Mill. Who is? I don't know who that is.
Are they running out of ideas for rapper names?
I think so.
I think they ran out after Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
I mean, what's Meek Mill?
Meek Mill. MEEKMILL. Meek Mill. 2 words. His beef with a rival exploded into a pistol whipping. How do you say it? Melee. Sorry, I always say that wrong. I know, it's awful.
Come on, Kaylee.
I'm sorry. Jihad Khan Mujahid. Complicated. Jihad Khan on the streets of Philly with people fleeing for their lives, and the violence is crystal clear in this video. Mujahid Jihad Han.
So what, he pistol whipped somebody? I'm waiting for Kaylee to quit. No, I like Kaylee.
Well, thanks.
She gets everybody gets it, Kaylee, including me. I do it to myself. I can't pronounce, what word was it?
She's still enjoying Thomas's
coddling, what I call it. Coddling. All right. So okay, pistol whipping and all that good stuff.
Yep. So it was his crew and another rival crew. Meek and his crew were shooting a music video Tuesday evening when Louis V. Gutta and his homies showed up.
I'm telling you, they're running out of ideas for these names.
Louis V. Gutta. You know what it is? Oh, you did record that. You know what it is?
Oh my God. Okay.
Hate you.
All right, go ahead.
I can't do it.
Okay, who is Meek Mills?
A rapper.
I'm gonna pull up a song of his. Let's see.
Well, there's a video too. There's a couple of videos.
Let's see what Meek Mills does.
This shit come out. Riding around like these haters don't want to kill me. It's a shame how they hate on me. You gotta feel me. I started out with $1 and got $1 million. Like, do it for the grand, ho. Do it for the grand, ho. She don't want to bust it. I say do it for the bands.
Oh, that's gangster though. I might be able to dance
like
that in the
that
club. Yeah, the rapping's horrible, but the beat's pretty gangster.
I say do it for them band. Fucking with that broke nigga. You should do it for your man. Lately, I've been on the low with a hundred. You probably know.
You know what it is.
He's not bad. His beats at least are good. What else do we have in the news, Kaylee? Anything else that's enjoyable for all to listen?
I don't know. Do you want something serious or something fun?
Just go in the order that's laid out.
Oh, fine. Oh, well, there's glass that was found on Mars, and it may hold important clues about life on the red planet.
Really? Glass on Mars?
Glass on Mars.
You may not be the first man there, Tony.
You see, that's ruining everything. You're like giving away secrets.
Oh,
you know?
Sorry. It's Mike's fault.
Can we move on?
Stupid. All right, so this glass they found that let's get into that article.
All right, we'll talk about shattering expectations. NASA's Mars
God, can we stop with this? Can we stop with those dumb, why do journalists feel the need to be clever? Guys, state the news.
Mm-hmm.
Give us the facts. Leave the comedy to me. Leave the funniness to us.
And
Let
move
us
on.
be just give us the news. You're not a writer for fucking Letterman or Fallon.
Don't worry, he's not
Conan.
He's not going to Mars with me.
All right, what does it say? Sorry.
NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter has circled the red planet more than 40,000 times since arriving there in 2006, and during that time, the spacecraft has spied everything from avalanches to dust devils to buried glaciers. But for the first time ever, it's detected deposits of glass nestled in impact craters on the Martian surface.
Now, they found glass, and why are they saying glass? I mean, can't glass be made with thunder and dust, right? Isn't that how it's made?
Fire.
And
Fire.
It's lightning and sand.
It's lightning and sand.
Yeah.
Not dust, thank you.
It's melted sand.
I was onto something there, Kaylee. I was so close.
Thunder and dust.
Did I say thunder too?
Yeah, I think you did.
Oh, that's brilliant. See, we all get it. So it's made by lightning and sand. So
It's
I mean,
melted sand, basically.
Yeah. So I mean, how's the article base that it's actual possible presence of life?
Well, I mean, it's talking about in the past, the search for life focused on following the water, and now they're saying just important implications for the search on. I don't know. It's kind of all over the place. It doesn't really get straight to it, but
okay.
I mean, I think the general thought
they just
is,
say that it's promising. It's equally
Yeah.
promising. The possible preservation mechanism, whatever that means. I don't know what that means.
the general thought really
Poor
is
Kaylee.
because
She tried so hard to be a news lady. The promising mechanism. Did I say that right?
No, I mean they're just saying that like since we believe that glass is made out of thunder and dust, that like with the presence of that on Mars, there might be hope.
Okay, it actually here's.
Yeah.
If we were able to return a sample of impact glasses from Mars and they proved to have signatures of organic molecules or life, it would motivate humankind to explore Mars in earnest, allocating more resources to the effort and engaging citizens around the world.
That's why
if we were to prove that that there were or even are living things on Mars, it would change how every person on Earth feels about what it means to be alive in the cosmos.
But not all you bitches are coming along.
A lot of things are talking about Mars lately. A lot of news articles are like a lot.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that will be, in fact, the first planet we go to. I mean, everyone there, they want to go there, but isn't there easier planets? They say, isn't like Venus supposed to be more easily sustainable?
Mercury is closer, but it's just too hot to live on that.
Oh,
yeah. Then I guess, I don't know, they're talking about research has shown that bits of plant life were preserved in impact glass on Earth. So I think they're kind of getting hope that this could be possible on Mars.
Okay.
I'm going to start a GoFundMe campaign for that rocket ship now. I need that.
I think you should.
Yeah.
Do a GoFundMe.
I could do a better job than Uwe Boll.
Thunder and dust.
Thank you. Kaylee's back. Or Kylie. Kylie's back. What was it?
Who?
Talking Kaylee doll? You weren't here for that.
It was Kylie.
Oh, yeah.
She's come back to co-host for Thomas. All right. So what else do we have in the news? Anything else?
Yeah, there's tons of stuff. The rise of the DIY abortion in Texas. What?
Do it yourself.
Yes, I know it's do it yourself. Jeez. I was going to get into it more. Give me a chance.
Come on, Kaylee's being creative here, guys. She's an actress. She's trying to give her some room before we all jump on her.
I'm done. I'm throwing the headphones on I'm leaving. I'm done. Block me, ugly, sexist mayo jar.
All right.
So, I guess Texas is having do-it-yourself abortions.
Yeah.
And there's a rise of it. There's a lot of it happening.
Okay.
Yep.
What exactly does the DIY? Wait, do you do it yourself? Yeah. What is it?
Even Michael has problems with it.
Yeah. What is, well, I did just say thunder and dust, so I'm probably not a good example. DIY. There we go. What are they doing? What makes it DIY?
Well, it kind of goes into how the Alamo.
Don't forget the Alamo.
The Alamo flea market sits right off of some highway and blah, 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 under canopies and covered in parking lot. So I guess they're actually doing this in parking lots and stuff. Is that
wow?
So someone's setting up to
let her
do
read
it yourself.
Let her read the article and then we'll jump in.
Customers browse simple items.
Mm-hmm.
Miracle Diet tees, Barbie dolls, or turquoise jeans stretched over curvy mannequins. But there are also shoppers scanning the market for goods that aren't displayed in the stalls. Tables lined with bottles of medicine like Tylenol and NyQuil have double meanings to those in the know. The over-counter drugs on top provide cover for the prescription drugs smuggled over the border from nearby cities in Mexico, which the dealer keeps out of sight. Yes, it says, I'm here to look for a small white hexagonal pill called misoprostol?
Miso-honey?
Miso not pregnant.
Misoprostol? I don't know. Also known as...
Me no have this child?
Cytotec? The drug induces an abortion that appears like a miscarriage.
It's an Asian pill.
An abortion pill.
Yeah.
Yes.
Me no have child. Me don't have child here.
Disturbing.
It's bad. See, but this is the problem. We're because of these... Listen, I'm... What is that? Pro-life?
Yes.
Pro-life.
Mm-hmm. That's meaning not abortion, right?
Yeah.
I get
You're
it.
like
Okay.
pro-life.
Yeah, I don't believe in abortion personally. Like, meaning me, I would never condone an abortion in my relationship. I mean, would I? Because I just don't. It's my child. Because I'm not because I think it's wrong morally. It's because I'm a romantic person. That's my child. Even if I hated the bitch, I just couldn't do it. You know what I mean? That's my kid. But that doesn't mean you can't do it. I don't give a shit. That's your body. Like, like people who don't want children are terrible parents. Why let a child grow up in a household that doesn't want them?
Or at a orphanage.
That's the thing about it, is that because of these stupid laws, like in Texas, and the like, I love Texas. You know, the big state of Texas is a fantastic, proud state with a lot of history. And I love Texans. This needs to go. And making people like feel bad to have abortion is wrong. Because then what you're getting is we're being tossed back into the dark ages where you go see the witch doctor to remove your child. You're forcing these people. They're going to do it anyways. If you want an abortion, you're going to go do it.
Exactly.
And you're going to have complications. You're resorting to going to the black market and getting it done. These pills are being sold within the black market, and MAGA hit it right on the head. It's unsafe, and who knows what could happen. You might end up losing your life or not being able to have children ever again because you were frowned upon for having an abortion or you weren't allowed to. Yep. I don't understand these. Like, church and state must be separated. I believe in religious freedom to the fullest. But church and state must be separated. These are laws in your state pertaining to gay marriage and abortion saying you can't do this, you can't do that, or insurance won't cover this, or insurance. That is no longer separation. And it must be separate. We can't have a religious nation. We don't have a theocracy. We have a republic, not a theocracy. We're not being governed by religious rule. And we can't listen. The Christians, the people of belief, the faith, they left Europe, okay, to come. The Puritans came to this country for religious freedom and rights so that they can't be told what to do, right? That's what they did. So why can't you extend the same want that you wanted? Why can't you extend that to others as well? Why do you have to be tyrannical in your beliefs? Do what you want, but allow others to do as well. It's not hurting anybody.
Yeah.
So, all right, what else do we have in the news?
Well, Mike.
Yeah.
What do you think about women's pubic hair?
Oh. I think everybody knows this room by now. Personally, it depends. I used to be all about the bareness for years. Well, you know what? Before I get into my own, let's talk about the article before I get douchey.
Huffington Post did an article, and they did a survey and with over 5,000 dudes. And here's what men really think about women's pubic hair. Okay. Love it or hate it, we all have it unless we remove it, and that's what guys prefer.
Right.
41% prefer completely bare, Brazilian or bust. Brazilian or bust.
Wait, what is it called?
Completely bare.
Okay.
So Brazilian, I think it's wax the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Brazilian or bust.
Those are fun.
38% trimmed and well-groomed, but a grown woman should have something down there.
Okay. I can see that. Yeah. I don't agree with that, but I can see some dudes understand. He might feel uncomfortable, like, oh, it looks like I'm looking at a 12-year-old child. Like, I get it. I get it. I don't agree with it, but I get it.
Yeah. 15% have no preference. A woman should do whatever makes her feel comfortable and sexy. 5% say all natural, and 1% says other, which I don't know what other is.
All natural.
Is that designs?
Hold on.
Maybe?
That 15%. Let's all just admit it. That 15% are always the guys that are in the friend zone. Those are the friend zone guys.
Whatever she wants.
Oh, you should do whatever is comfortable, whatever you want to do. I'm a best friend of yours, and I'm never going to get in your pussy, even though I've been trying for the last 15 years. And the 5% was all natural.
Yeah, 5% was all natural, and 1% was other.
And that 5% is a dying demographic. That soon will be gone. That's probably like 56-year-old men. And the 1% is other. What is other? What would that be?
That's what I was wondering. I have no.
Maybe if they dye it or something,
or their designs,
or
the blingy stuff that people were doing for a while.
I don't know about you all. I don't like bear. I don't like bush, but I like designs. I like when you go to the barber shop and you get your pussy all carved up and get like Air Jordan in there with a little swoosh Nike sign. That shit's gangster. When I'm fucking a bitch, I want that shit to look gangster.
I want it to look like Vanilla Ice, you know?
I want my bitch to have the Gumby. Remember the Gumby? It's a high top and low on the bottom. That's what I want.
And a nice fade.
What are the wigs that they have for down there? What are
they have wigs?
They're called toupees.
No, I know what you're talking about.
It starts with the M.
Merkin.
Yes.
Oh yeah. They use those for movies a lot nowadays because women don't like. There's actually in the production world and film. I was reading an article that there's a huge because of Game of Thrones and all these nowadays these HBO films and HBO shows and Showtime stars. There's a lot of nudity. So and women don't have hair, so they shave it all off. So there's a huge need for mercs, it's called? Is that what we called it, Maggie?
No, he said it.
What's it called?
Is it merkin?
A merkin. Yeah, there's a huge want for merkins because a lot of these women don't have any hair, and obviously, if it's a period piece, they gotta have hair. That's what women had back then. So,
well, there are some quotes that they say, like a few guys said, the only hair on a woman should be on her head.
Right.
There was another guy that actually was kind of for the all natural, and he said, "I was a bush pilot. I have to stay with what I know."
Hey, listen,
a bush pilot.
I'm
proud of him.
I'm just gonna say one thing about that. Now, whether you're clean or not, it doesn't matter. Hair is a breeding ground for filth and bacteria. It just is, and that's why since I've been the age of 16, I don't have hair. I don't have any people. I cut that shit off, buzz it off, because I think hair is gross. Hair holds in odor. That's what hair does. Hair smell. Go at a campfire. Okay, just go. Put on a campfire for about 5 minutes. Okay, a campfire, go outside and smell your hair. You can't wash that shit out without scrubbing for 20 minutes. So imagine your penis or vaginal area is enclosed in underwear, pants all day long, and that hair is holding in the odor.
Well, look at all the tests that they just did on beards and how disgusting they are, and how much fecal matter are in the beard.
Yeah. So hair is not. Again, now getting into what I prefer. Obviously, I think it's a given. I prefer women not having hair, but if they do, they have like a little landing strip. Sometimes, depending on the girl, a strip of hair is kind of hot, but it's also a case-by-case scenario. It's much like how women view certain guys with chest hair. Some guys with chest hair is sexy, they say, and some guys are, cut it off. You know, it just depends on the guy and the amount of hair. So I think it's kind of a case-by-case when it comes to like vaginal hair, I guess, for me. Mm-hmm. Tony, what do you think?
I prefer, I want to say clean shaven.
Yeah. Clean shaven, like soft, like nothing there, or
nothing, almost nothing there. Because, but now that you've brought that up about the campfire and all that shit, at first I was worried.
Man.
It's ruined him.
Think about it.
I'm traumatized
Think about
now.
it. A woman's blowing you, okay, and her nose is on your hair.
Oh, geez.
If she's deep throating, or unless you have 2-inch penis, okay, and
not gonna happen.
Your nose is right there. If you want to keep getting blowjobs, cut your hair.
Yes.
Because most women don't want hair in their fucking mouth. It's just like a guy. Does a guy want to go down on a chick with a bush? No. So you think a woman wants to?
And the last thing I want is like hair on my teeth.
Yeah.
Ew.
Well, you can floss afterwards.
Oh.
Tie them together.
Stop it.
Build a raft on turtles and get off a deserted island like Johnny Depp.
Well,
sea turtles.
And the next thing you know, you're coughing up a hairball.
Maggie, what do you prefer on guys? And be honest.
I like them shaven, well trimmed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. What about you, Kay? What do you prefer?
I prefer clean shaven, pretty much.
Like off or a little bit of hair?
Off.
What about the guy?
A little bit of hair, it can give you a rash. I'm just saying.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It can.
Especially like doggy style and that kind of thing.
Oh, damn. Let's get into this. No, that's true.
No,
that's
that hurts.
It does. Yeah. Especially, sitting down all day.
Well, you know what? A lot of guys never do that. Like my older brother, who I would think would be a little more experienced than me. This. No, I remember he used to have, up until about 7 years ago, which he was a man. I'm like, he's walking around. I see hair coming out of his like top of his shorts. I'm like, dude, cut that shit. He's all, no, I'm a man. I don't cut that shit. I'm like, dude, ask your wife if she wants hair. And she's all, she likes it. I look at him. Do you like that, all that hair? And she's all, she shakes her head no.
Slowly shakes her head.
I'm like, see what I mean, man? I'm like, do you like it? I always go back to that. Do you like it? No. Then she's probably not going to like it either. All right, so what is this? There's some more questions in there that I like.
Yeah, it goes into more things. Another question was, have you ever ended a date or sex early because of a woman's pubic hair grooming choices?
Huh. Well, let's switch this. Let's not it be sexist. Have you, Kaylee? I mean, we all know that you broke up with a guy for breathing too hard.
I'm so sorry.
But have you ever broken up with a guy because of, not cleanliness or smell, but maybe, what's it called? Not smell. What's the word I'm looking for? Hygiene. And we'll talk about the hair specifically. Has there been a guy you've been with where his hair was like, you're like, oh my God?
No, I've actually been lucky enough to not come across anybody that's not either well groomed or.
Well, you do like Asians too, and Asians are.
They have hair though in that area.
Really?
In that area, yeah. I mean, they have a head. Their head is full of hair.
Yeah.
I mean, the rest of their body might not have anything.
Yeah.
But it's the head, the head and the other head.
That's true. We do have an Asian in the room. Are you a hairy individual? You don't seem very hairy.
Oh, my Not that hairy.
Because David walks around naked all the time, and like,
wait.
Listen, when not here, but when we were shooting films, like production stuff in production, and when we went to school together, film school, I went to his house every day, and I walk in, the guy's walking around in like underwear. I'm like, dude, this is my house, and I'm working. And I'm like, put some underwear on while I'm in the room, or put some pants on.
Oh, Jesus, he had no underwear.
No, he had underwear.
Well, he just tagged you in a post that you're his soulmate. So,
that thing
sweet.
that's been going around.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
It's hard. Can't you just give it to me?
Maggie, have you ever broken up with a guy because of pubic hair?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So you've been lucky enough, like Kaylee, just not to have, or you just dealt with it?
I'm not very hairy men I've dated.
Okay. Tony, have you ever like been turned off by a woman where you just left?
Because for hygiene.
Really?
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
That's
I
gross.
stopped in the middle and I said, I gotta go. I seriously had to do. I just sort of like, okay.
Did you want a gag?
Yeah, actually, I want it, and I basically, like,
I can't imagine that.
I tried basically to. I was looking at the clock or acting like I'm looking at the clock. And I go, oh shit, I got to get up tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
There's actually one of the guys said on here in regards to this, if you have made it to third base and you want to call a timeout due to grooming habits, then you are a huge douche.
I don't think so.
No, I think why go through with it when you're not enjoying it?
Yeah, especially if you're not comfortable with it either.
Yeah.
So you're saying because you've gone third base,
you should just go all the way.
Yeah,
See, again, this guy's a friend zone guy. This guy's talking is a friend zone. This guy doesn't get a vagina easily. And I hate to sound like a douche, but I'm going to be honest with you, because a guy that can get women in general isn't going to think like that.
Yeah, he's just lucky to be there.
Now, don't be a dick about it. Don't say, bitch, shave your shit.
That's gross. I gotta go.
Be
just
polite.
Look at the clock and then say you gotta go.
Be gracious. As I said before, I mean, the woman is having sex with you, and be gracious enough and be polite and don't be an asshole. I mean, she was willing enough and nice enough to let you get that far. But at the same time, if it's not your thing, why should you deal with it? Because you want, that's a Boy Scout mentality. Go get a chick for real. We need to end the show tonight. Thank you for everybody. Thank you for everybody. Thank you everybody. And hopefully more announcements in the coming weeks with additional stations. Don't forget the first station we did announce was RainMan, KROP1300.com. Go there, bookmark the page for our upcoming future terrestrial shows in the coming weeks. Also, RainManWasHere.com for all your Rain Man digital news. Thank you, everybody, and good night.
Some people